This video's way early. I haven't owned the Audi 2 years, but I'm doing it now because I'm probably going to sell it. Simple as that. Let's cut to some B-roll. Cold out there. I'm not selling it. I don't know. We'll see how this video goes. I'm just going to take you guys for a ride on my way home. Right then, so we're in the A8 and I think I've only done one video on this. So I've nearly owned this 2 years. It's July or June or something like that. It's only the middle of February now, but I thought I'd get this video out early because why not? And I also don't see very many videos on Audi A8s, especially the D3s, on YouTube. So what do I think about this car after using it as my daily driver consistently for 2 years? Near enough. Best car you could ever buy, if you can afford to run it. The elephant in the room is these cars do or can cost a lot of money to run. Luckily enough, I've not had a problem with mine. I've literally had 2 years. I've done a level sensor which cost me £60, I've done a service, a gearbox flush, I went 4 tyres, that was expensive. That's a consumable item, so I don't really count that. Fuel wise, with it being the 4.2 twin turbo diesel, it's not bad at all really. I think when I picked it up, or in the last video that I did on it, I was getting about 25 roughly miles to the gallon. I'm getting about 30 now because I have slowed down a little bit. Seems to sit on the motorway at 80 mile an hour, you'll get 30, 35 easily. I don't do that. I should more often, because if you wring its neck it will be really, really, really bad on fuel, but if you drive it like a nun it's very, very good. I'd say I'm thinking about selling it. That's one factor now that is starting to come in, for the fact that here in the UK diesel is still £1.50 or thereabouts per litre, which that's a lot. If you were to convert that into dollars, I think that's about $9 per litre, which, as you lot across the pond can say, that's fucking bad. So apart from the whole diesel saga, I've not had a problem with this car, and I've not had a thought of selling it because I don't know what I would replace it with, if I'm honest. I don't know what I would replace this car with if I were to sell it. There's not really a lot on the market that ticks all the boxes that this does. Oh, the army are flying, and I have a learner driver in the middle of the road. Okay then. There's not a lot I could replace this car with. Maybe S-classes, 7 Series, which I've had both of those and I don't rate them, and they haven't been very good to me personally. Whether they were good examples or bad examples, they just seem to break all the time. There is one vehicle, I'll put up a picture of it on the screen now, that tickles my fancy just purely because it'd be interesting for YouTube, and plus I've always wanted one. That's the late facelift Maserati Quattroporte on the M159 platform with the ZF gearbox, not the horrible Ferrari piece of shit gearbox. That car I think would be really interesting and could compare, apart from it being worse on fuel because it's a petrol, that would probably tick all the boxes that this car ticks currently for me, which is long miles, are comfortable, sounds nice, doesn't cost a bomb to look after. Yes, I've seen some scare stories about Maseratis, but I'm not 100% worried really, because I'm quite competent with doing things myself. The other than getting used parts for them is quite hard, but as far as I know, getting new parts is not that difficult, just rather expensive for them. So that's one avenue I might be going down, and that's another reason why I thought I would do this video early, just because if this car disappears, I haven't really done much on YouTube that I wanted to do with it, which I wanted to do sort of like a however long ownership review and kind of go from there, which I should be doing with the Volvo and the other cars and everything, but I've just never got round to it. So yeah, personal life's been busy and stuff like that, and my company's took off like a rocket, so I've not really had a lot of time to put into YouTube, which I know I should, because it's actually a really good platform for people these days. Yeah, long run, what I'm trying to say is this car is generally and has been one of the best cars that I've ever purchased. It was kind of on a whim that I went and purchased it. Even right now, I've pulled over just for a minute just to talk to the camera, and it's just a nice place to be. I have everything that I need. It's more a case of what it has that I don't want, which is nothing really. It doesn't have massage seats. That's just being a big-headed twat about it. Don't need massage seats. Like, literally, I don't. These are comfortable. Every one of my friends comes in it. They want to sit in the back because where it's the long wheelbase, because it's just ridiculously comfortable. I don't know. Thought about another Range Rover, stuff like that, because it's quite good with the split tailgate, because then I can put the camera gear and stuff on it. It'd be really good for a filming vehicle. But it's a case of if I need one of those, I could just rent them for the day anyway. It's the same as performance. I don't quite know what would be as fast. The Maserati would probably be slower than this, because these generally are quite a slept-on engine. The 4.2 TDI V8 is a twin turbo. It's 326 horsepower standard, I think. This is mapped to just shy of 400. It's 395 horsepower and nearly 1,000 Newton meters of torque. And this thing is like, for the size of the car, it's unbelievably quick. It will send E46 M3s to Gapplebees, M140Is, stuff like that, which is really, really strange for a long wheelbase executive car, which I also like as well, because there's a lot of them around my area that need putting in their place, because everyone who owns an M135i or an M140 thinks it is the fastest car in the world. It's not, especially in the UK where we live on muddy roads. You ain't getting traction, bud. I mean, come on, look at this interior as well. Like, it's beautiful, and this is one of the reasons that I wanted one originally. That disappears, and it generally is not very out of date. For a 2005 car, if I put it onto the nav, it generally is not far off what the new Audi MMI systems are. It's really impressive. You've got the old all-important Quattro on it as well. It literally gets used as a workhorse, so that is the one thing. It has all my bags and stuff in the back. But that's what it was bought for. To be generally a workhorse for me every day, yeah, it just does that perfectly. If I'm going into London, it's perfect, apart from the congestion charge. If I'm going down back roads, like today I was delivering a couple of prints out to sort of like Compton area. Not good at all. Really, really not good at all. That's also why it's filthy, because I don't clean it, because I'm always on back roads. And it's a tad bit large, I will admit that much. Parking's not a problem, just going down B roads and stuff like that is a bit of a problem. Anyway, that was a quick little video, because I've not done any uploads on the channel, and I actually am this time going to try and be consistent with whatever cars or whatever the fuck I'm doing, basically, and we'll see how it goes from there, really. Might be a new car purchase coming up, might not, I don't know. Stay tuned and you'll find out. Thanks for watching, bye bye.